The Grand Canyon, the largest gorge in the world, and one of the most spectacular natural features on the planet. Scything through the desert lands of northwest Arizona, the canyon complex extends for more than 350 kilometers, plunging down from the rim to the Colorado River, 1.5 kilometers below. The canyon is a North American icon, instantly recognizable. Yet few of its thousands of visitors see much beyond the literally breathtaking views from its vertigo-inducing edge. The only way to get to know the canyon's secrets is to descend into its cavernous depths, walking the trails carved out by the oldest human inhabitants of this land. We'll begin this challenging walk on the south rim, descending from there along the South Kaibab Trail, all the way down to Phantom Creek. From there, we'll be hiking along the Colorado River before heading back up to the South Rim. We start by taking our first views from the rim of the canyon and getting acclimatized at Grand Canyon Village. As we walk on, there's a sudden commotion in the air. An enormous bird swoops past. Following it along the rim, we meet one of the park rangers, Pat Brown. She tells us that these are California condors, the largest land bird in North America, and one of the most endangered.
They got down to 22 birds, but nowadays we have here in the park about 60 of these birds in northern Arizona, and right now we do know we have 4 wild chicks, and we do know that we do have 1 egg this spring, so we're very excited about that.
A little further on, we come to a famous landmark, Hopi House. It was designed by architect Mary Coulter. Built from natural materials, it was inspired by local Native American designs. It's a reminder that the human story of this natural wonder goes back a long way. There have been people living here for 4,000 years. The scale of the Grand Canyon is extraordinary, but just as dramatic is the story it tells. The canyon itself is a portrait of passing time. Our walk takes us back unimaginably far, beyond the earliest humans, beyond the dinosaurs, to a time before there was even life on land. The following morning dawns chilly, and we're off on the first part of our walk, the South Kaibab Trail. It looks alarmingly steep, but the trail zigzags and doubles back, making the walk longer, but safer. As we follow it down, the trail will take us back through geological time. The canyon is like a guidebook to the Earth's history. And to help us read it, we have an expert, geologist Krista Sadler.
These lumps in the rock right here are fossilized sponges. So this was the bottom of an ocean. And these little tiny things right here that look like the pieces of lifesavers or little Cheerios are the stem pieces of an animal that looked a lot like a flower, but it was an animal called a crinoid that lived on the seafloor. This is about 270 million years old, before the earliest dinosaur. This is before mammals, before birds. So the youngest rock in Grand Canyon is still older than the oldest dinosaurs, or mammals or birds.
This is just the beginning. As we go deeper into the canyon, the rocks we'll see will get older and older. From a turn in the trail, we can see the first rest stop, Cedar Ridge, far below. As we head towards it, we pass a different rock formation. These lines are layers of sand blown to form dunes 280 million years ago. They tell us that within 10 million years, this part of the canyon had changed from sandy desert to the ocean floor we saw above us. It doesn't take long to reach the lookout point at Cedar Ridge. Already it's getting hotter. With the drop in altitude and the shelter afforded by the sheer walls, the Grand Canyon descent takes us through 5 climate zones, the equivalent of traveling from southern Canada right through to Mexico.